and then we're gonna get into this JoJo review. Apparently, there's this big thing going on Twitter. I don't know exactly if it's still going on or not. Okay, there's a couple of ladies who's going around saying that, and I don't know why this is a thing, but apparently they're saying if you're a taller guy and you prefer shorter girl, it's has roots in pedophilia.
Okay, this shit, dude.
I was
Karen.
I wasn't originally gonna put it on the podcast, but Rabbit and Skies wanted to hear Moxie's take on this. So,
I mean, I don't fucking know. Like the only tall actually that's a lie. I've dated 2 tall guys. Nappy was one of them, so you might want to ask him if he was attracted to me because I was short and if there was some type of a pedophilic thing.
Whoa, y'all dated? Y'all dated?
What? You didn't know that?
What?
Yeah, for a very short period of time back when I was pretending to be straight. And
Chrono was the reason why she went.
I won't say that, but
with headcanon, that's what it is now.
And there was another guy who I dated who was super tall who liked me because I was short. But again, I don't think it's a matter of because they thought I looked like a child per se. You know, sometimes guys just like short women because they're easy to pick up, and you know what I mean. Like
one
I don't fucking know. I'll date women, so it's weird. Like yeah.
It was pedophilia and perceived controllability.
That, and I will say there may be an aspect of that.
I've heard the control part before. I've had some of my shorter female friends who've been abused in abusive relationships, but that doesn't really mean anything. I've had taller friends that have been in abusive relationships, so I don't know if that's just mutually exclusive to short women. But me myself, Lisa is like 5'4" and I'm 6'1", so like obviously there's a huge height difference between us. And when I say that woman looks nothing like a child, she has a full figure. I'm not going to get too X-rated. I'm not going to get too X-rated.
Good for her and good for you.
My wifey does not remind me of a child in any particular way. So I call Mr. Fantastic, Luffy, Mrs. Incredible reach on this.
It's just weird. I think it might even just be a matter of some type of a self-conscious experience that taller women have when dating men. Because I do hear there's a stipulation with men not wanting to date women who are taller than them. So I don't know.
Moxie, I take that and I raise you one. If he's not 6 foot, don't talk to me.
Yeah, that's true.
Because a lot of my short brothers cannot get dates with any girls their own height, let alone taller than them.
Hold on, what's going on?
We're talking about the women, the short women pedo thing.
Why is that pedo though? I'm 6'4". Any girl that I date is usually smaller than me. Like any girl that I've ever
to get context, go into Snapchat. I put the actual.
No, I get it. They talking about it's a certain height, but like they don't.
No, they were talking about. No.
It's like.
Chrono,
I attract shorter girls. Is that my fault that I attract shorter girls? Like,
no, they were talking about people say your height, especially like people your height, instead of going like, well, I mean, it's even hard to find like a girl that might be like 5'10" or something, but like instead of going for that, you go for the shortest possible
like my
person,
height, 5 feet tall and shit like that.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, you can't. How's that? How? I don't understand it.
Because at the end of the day, I just personally feel like, you can differentiate a woman from a child. A height has nothing to do with it. Because there are also a lot of young people who are fucking taller than me. Okay, so that has nothing to do with it at
my
all.
14-year-old niece is taller than Lisa, and she still looks like a child. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Discord keep kicking me in and out, but no, like that's just weird. Like. Twitter just be saying some shit.
They
like,
reach, bro.
Anything that happens is Twitter got some like counter reactive shit to it. And I'll just be like, y'all gotta shut up, bro.
Yo,
like, y'all get mad because nobody talking to your old 6 foot Megan Thee Stallion height ass. Like, shut up.
I don't even think it was. I don't even think it was the six. It was some short women that were saying that it was rooted in pedophilia.
30 years ago, Karens were
so
born,
weird.
and they've taken over the world.
Okay, so what about men that are like 5'1" that date taller women? Is it the same?
I just said that.
We don't have.
That'd be a false equivalency. Can I jump in here by any chance?
Go ahead, Driips.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
Okay.
of course.
First things first. I need to ask about the tweet that you're referring to because this is not a new argument. This argument's been around for a little while. There is some validity to the argument, and you also have to start with defining pedophilia at the beginning. But first things first. What's the tweet say?
I can read. It's like three of them.
Just post it.
I can read them verbatim.
You can either read it or post it.
Yeah, if you just post it in the chat, I'll take a look at it really quick. But and I'll move on to my next point. I think in culture, I think especially in Western culture, well, not even. I think it might be like a global culture type thing. Within customs and within media absorbed, you have the infantilization of the woman, right? The subdued nature, the control mechanism, partly what you guys were talking about before. There's this almost patriarchal approach to depicting women as
helpless, the damsel in distress.
Yeah, the damsel in distress.
Yeah.
Yes. And there is this weird blend of independence that has also been really alluring as of late in female characters that do exude this type of appearance. That if you believe that a lot of sexuality is socially made up, then this argument stands. If you are somebody that, and I am not, that subscribes to the fact that gender or sexuality is wholeheartedly hardwired into your subconscious, then this will not make sense to you. Also, when you speak about pedophilia at the same time, you have to remember that's it's not a singularly defined term that represents all people attracted to children. I think it's a little more nuanced than that, especially with how much identity has around pedophiles has been somewhat explored over the last 10 years. But I think it's not about people who are attracted to you. I think it's about how you choose to stay attracted to something that ultimately, if you're not introspective about it, could be damaging to the relationships you find yourself in. Like, why are you with this person in particular? If it's purely based on attraction and you don't question that attraction, and she happens to be small, petite, submissive in nature in some regard, I mean, you're literally looking for like a fantasy, and the conversation around fantasy is really interesting. But I think it's super bizarre to not acknowledge the fact that could be a reason for somebody's perceived attraction.
Well, to say that some pedophiles might actually prefer shorter, petite women to a actual kid, that might actually be true. But just to say the vast majority of men, to make a general statement that the vast majority of men that prefer shorter women they're in that spectrum, that's straw manning. And
I didn't make it. I'm
not saying you. I'm not saying you. I'm not saying you. I'm just saying the tweets.
I also want to be clear, and I'm sorry to cut you off here. Just to be really clear, I was not at any point saying that pedophiles aren't attracted to children. I was saying that the discussion, or that they could be attracted to younger women, women that appear to, smaller, petite women. Petite. I think that it is definitely a definition that includes dead person being attracted to childlike behavior or children. Mm-hmm. But I think you have to be careful about how you assign that word to certain things that you're saying, because you know what I'm talking.
Yeah. I'm not as a taller guy myself. I've always, it seems like I've always, whenever I dated, and I'm not super tall, I'm like 6'1". Whenever I dated someone, they tend to be shorter to me. So like, to me, it's kind of unfair to make that assumption when I'm a taller guy. My pool of dating women taller than me is very slim. So for me to go, and let's be honest with ourselves, like most guys, most people nowadays, you fall attractive to people you'll be around. If you don't happen to be around someone taller than you, then 9 times out of 10, you're not.
But for you, I don't even think it's necessarily the case was about him just being shorter. Like, I think it's talking about like my height, the extreme, 5 feet, 4'11", you know what I mean, 5'1", like short, not necessarily. Because everybody's going to be shorter than you just because how tall you are. But I think they're more so talking about those super short people.
Well, I mean, I don't know. It's a tough argument to me personally.
I just think it's kind of stupid because, like I said, there are a lot of children who are taller than that height. You know what I mean? It's not a matter. I don't think it's a matter of height per se. I think it's a matter of the behavior. You know, and when you do kind of get into the whole submissive behavior, the whole victimology of pedophilia, you know, I can see some type of a cross with wanting a submissive woman just for the whole victimization of it in, but I don't think it has to do with height. I don't know. I really just think that's some.
I think they're trying to reach as far as possible. If you're a pedophile, you're not attracted to the adult
is so short,
body.
So tiny.
Like
that's what I mean.
It's the kid you're attracted to. It's not the height of the person.
And I think even in that, I think it's more of a power thing. It's more of a.
It's a control.
It's a control dominance thing, and if that happens to fall under a petite woman, then okay. But like I think it's more along the lines that because a lot of times I watch a lot of Law and Order, but a lot of times the pedos, the pedos usually are more attractive to the fact that they have power over the children, not necessarily sexually attractive. Now,
that's where sexual attraction comes from. That's
not to say that they don't have sexual things with children. That does happen, but I think that even in that is more of a domination thing than an actual arousal sexual thing. I don't know how the fuck we got the Law and Order from here, but
special victims.
I'm sorry to interject here. I'm actually, if this is all right with everybody else, I'm actually going to take off for the evening. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine. We're just going to do our anime review next, and that was just JoJo.
I gotcha. Thank you for having me on. Honestly, it was a pleasure. Hopefully you enjoyed it as well. I tried not to talk over anybody, so I apologize if I did that.
No, you're fine.
But I hope everybody has a great rest of their week, and I look forward to. Oh, sure, I could do that. Yeah, I almost forget. You know.
Most people do.
Again. I go by Driips, Driipizine on Twitch. That's DRIIPIZINE. I stream Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, 4:30 to 8:30. Feel free to come tomorrow. We actually have a pretty cool stream. I am going to try to meet my last requirement to hit Twitch affiliate, which is awesome. So, again, thank you all for having me on. It was a pleasure, and thanks for letting me shout my stuff out.
Yeah, no problem. Anytime, man. Any friend of Maya's is always a friend of ours.
Thank you. Well, I appreciate it very much, and she's the best. Love you, Maya. Talk to you guys later.
See ya.
All right. Did you guys want to just move on to JoJo, or did anybody else have an argument?
Yeah, that's fine.
I know you was trying to say something at one point, Skies. Did you want to touch this, or were you done?
No, I mean. We've been here for a long time, so I mean I feel like a lot of people got their say out, and I think a lot of what I would have said was in there. So